Behind me lies Phoenix's most interesting unfinished transit project. It's an abandoned bus tunnel inside of the Deck Park at Hance Park in Phoenix, Arizona. This project was originally supposed to have a bus facility that would take people from the base level of the I-10 all the way up. Most people like to hold their breath through the I-10 tunnel, but here you would have been able to take a bus all the way up. Let's find out more after the trolley. Post-World War II, America was going crazy with highways. This is due to the 1956 Highway Act, which allowed federal funding for highways. This created the idea that Hance Park was originally going to be a helix coil, which would have been a wild, wet dream for Robert Moses that would have loved this idea. He never actually helped with this plan, but I can see some inspiration done from him. The 1960s and the 1970 plans was originally going to have the helix coil I was mentioning. Thankfully, in the 1973 voters shot it down. It literally would have just disrupted our grid system, and it really looked like someone just got spaghetti, threw it on Central Avenue that you see here today, and called it al dente. They were even going to put parks underneath it. The transportation department was promoting possibly putting parks underneath it, as if that was going to solve the problem that I-10 disrupted with these communities. And the craziest part is this helix coil was going to be 10 stories tall. That building over there, that's how tall it's going to be. It was going to be massive. So the tunnel is actually not even a tunnel. It's technically 19 bridges that are all side by side that span over 2,800 feet. This section was actually the last portion of the I-10 and took until the 1990s to finish because of this portion being a very controversial subject in the matter of the rest of the I-10. Voters did end up approving a 1979 plan that included a bus facility. This bus facility had dedicated lanes for buses to go in and out that were in the middle of the I-10. The idea was that you could come to this park that we're on, which is on top of the tunnel/bridge, and be able to enjoy the amenities straight from the bus facility. You would have either taken elevators or escalators all the way up. And this park does host various amounts of events that would have been very useful. The city was never able to fully get the $20 million from the federal government that was required to fully build out the facility. They only managed to get about $9 million and built out a hollow shell of what the bus tunnel was supposed to be. The facility never materialized and now just kind of sits empty as a shell of its former self that ADOT uses as a storage facility. This section of the I-10 has a lot of history to it. During the construction of the I-10, not only did they separate the neighborhoods that were built before cars, but they even found ancient Hohokam neighborhoods that were underground, 2 villages and settlements from the Hohokam people that were uncovered during this process. So there was just history after history was just ripped beneath the ground for the highway for commuters to be able to get places quicker at the expense of the neighborhood and community.
The abandoned bus facility looks like it's going to continue to be abandoned. The I-10 freeway corridor study, which includes the Hance Park and the bus terminal, doesn't have anything about it. There's a survey where people could give their suggestions, and a lot of it is really catered towards commuters and people that are passing through this area. Nothing really about transit or reactivating the bus terminal. There is an area on the survey that they had for the public. It is closed now, but you can actually go and see some of the comments. A lot of them are asking for improving the intermodal hub that used to be there. But yeah, all sorts of stuff. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check out the survey if it's still alive. You can read some of the Map Your Idea contributions. There's about 577. But that's about where we're at. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you would imagine this bus facility to be.